discuss the different styles of leadership in detail. Number 1, autocratic or authoritarian leadership. In this type of leadership, generally leaders are very strict and rigid in nature. All powers of decision making is centralized in the hands of leaders. Leader doesn't allow his subordinate to take any kind of decisions. Subordinates are expected to just follow the instruction and orders of superior. That's why it is called boss-centered leadership. You can see the chart given on your screen. Here A is the leader, B, C, D and E are subordinates, and they are depend on the instruction of leaders to perform anything. That means all decision making power is vested in the hands of leader. So features of autocratic or authoritarian leadership style are: an autocratic leader gives order and expects his subordinate to obey those orders. The leader is dogmatic, that is, does not change or wish to be contradicted, and he does not allow his subordinate to take any kind of decision. He determines the policies of the group without consulting them. He does not give information about future plans but simply tells the group what immediate step they must take. If a manager is following this style, then communication is only one way with the subordinate, and subordinate only acting according to the command given by the manager. His following is based on the assumption that reward or punishment both can be given depending upon the result. Under this style, all decision making power is centralized in the leader as shown in the diagram. He does not give subordinates any freedom to influence his decision. It is like bossing people around. Although it is very rigid kind of leadership, but there are certain benefits of this type of leadership style. This style should normally be used on rare occasions. However, this leadership style is effective in getting productivity in many situations, like in a factory where the superior is responsible for production on time, has to ensure labor productivity. Due to this style, quick decision making is also possible. This kind of style is suitable on the job where workers are less qualified and subordinates cannot be trusted by the superior. Next style is democratic or participative leader. It is very popular leadership style which is followed generally by the management in every organization. A democratic leader is a one who gives freedom to their subordinates to take decisions and follow participative method in taking any kind of decision. A democratic leader gives order only after consulting the group and works out the policies with the acceptance of the group. He never asks people to do things without working out the long-term plans on which they are working. He favors decision making by the group as shown in the figure. He respects the others' opinion and supports subordinates to perform their duties and accomplish organizational objectives. This improves the attitude of the employees towards their jobs and the organization, thereby increasing their morale. Using this style is of mutual benefit. It allows subordinates to become part of the team and helps leaders to make better decisions. Next one is, when should participative democratic leadership be applied? So it is applied in the situations where group members are skilled and eager to share their knowledge. It is also important to have plenty of time to allow people to contribute, develop a plan, and then vote on the best course of action. This style should not be used when in situation where roles are unclear or time is the essence. Democratic leadership can lead to communication failures and incomplete projects. This style is also suitable where superior has full faith on his subordinates. It also helps to improve the relationship between superior and subordinates. Next one is laissez-faire or free rein leadership style. So free rein leader gives complete freedom to the subordinate as its name suggests. A free rein leader is a one who does not believe in the use of power unless it is absolutely essential. The leader gives a high degree of independence to his followers so as to formulate their own objectives and ways to achieve them. At the same time, the subordinates assume responsibility for the work to be performed. He depends largely upon the group to establish its own goals and work out its own problems. Group members work themselves as per their own choice and competence, resolving issues themselves. The manager, who is a leader, is there only to support them. He exists as a contact man with the outsiders to bring information and the resources the group required for accomplishing the task assigned. This type of leadership is suitable when leader has to work with the group of experts. Subordinates are the experts or professionals of some areas. They are expected to report to leader only. Dear students, leadership is situational. Depending upon the situation, a leader may choose to exercise a combination of these styles when required. Even a laissez-faire leader would have certain rules to be followed while doing work, and a democratic leader may have to take his own decision in emergency situation. Thus, a leader may use all styles at a period of time, but one style tends to predominate as his normal way of using power. For an example, Mr. Neil Madhav, CEO of Radhe Enterprises, distributes the work for the month. He delegates the work to his staff to Miss Vrunda, Miss Divya, Miss Shreya and Mr. Gopal as per his discretion. Mr. Neil Madhav is behaving as an autocratic leader. Then Mr. Neil has realized that in absence of Miss Shreya, the work will not get over as scheduled. He discusses with his staff members to meet the deadline. Everybody decided to do overtime and planned to stay back accordingly. Mr. Neil is behaving as a democratic leader here. The staff plans to organize a party in honor of Miss Shreya as she got promoted. Mr. Neil asked the other members of staff to fix the venue and menu for the occasion. Mr. Neil Madhav is behaving as a free rein leader here. So understand students, leadership is situational. At some situation, leader may have to act as autocratic leader. In some situation, they have to follow participative leadership style. But in some situation, they may follow free rein leadership. Alright.